Kurt. Today I wanted to go over the topic of a question that we get from a lot of our clients or people that we meet with about liquid money. How much should we have on hand? Where should we be storing the liquid money? That type of thing. So today want to go through the different areas and amounts that we should be thinking about. But first of all, can you really explain to us what is liquid money? I know it's kind of we should know it, but let's give a little bit more of a definition about what liquid money really is.
Yeah, that's a good question. So liquid money is just, having dollars on hand that can help you and if there's an opportunity that comes along or an emergency that comes along. So having money in a place where you can go get it right away if you need it. So that's kind of what we talked about, is several places you can put the money. How much should you put there so that you have access to it in case opportunities and emergencies come along?
So let's go over the first step. We have the liquid money guide, and for people to know at the end of this, we'll put it all into one page, and you'll be able to get that liquid money guide on the website underneath the library resource area. So step one, go ahead and.
Yeah, we recommend having 1 month of living expenses that you keep in checking and savings accounts at your bank. So it doesn't have to be a month of living expenses in your checking and your savings, but between the two, 1 month living expenses. And your living expenses are, how much money do you need to pay all the bills for the month? What do you need to live? How much money do you need to live on this month? That's how much you should have set aside. So if you want to include vacations in that, because that's what you do, that's fine. It's whatever number you're comfortable with, but make sure you can pay all the bills. If you had no income this month, could you pay? How much do you need to pay all the bills?
Yeah, just imagine, I know several people who have been laid off their job or found out that, something has happened where they are in need of that. So kind of keep that in mind, the largest amount of expenses that you would incur during a month.
Right. Now, one interesting thing about why do we only recommend 1 month living expenses at the bank is because since 2008, the laws on the books is that when you make a deposit into the bank, that money actually belongs to the bank. And the receipt they give you is an IOU. And so if a bank gets in trouble, like they did back in 2008, they can no longer do a tax bailout from the government. In other words, we funded it through our tax dollars. The government won't do that anymore. Instead, they'll have to do what's called a bail-in, meaning they're going to take the money that's in the bank accounts, including yours, and they're going to use it to pay off their debts of the bad decisions they made. So I don't like to put a whole lot of money in those kinds of accounts because it could be confiscated. You could walk in one day and say, hey, the bank closed for a couple of days, and by the way, you now only have 70% of your account balance there because they had to use it to bail them in. So just some things to keep in mind.
All right, so step number 2.
Yeah, step number 2, we recommend having another 1 month living expenses that you keep in cash at home. The reason to keep cash at home is because what if there's a storm or power outage in your area and your bank is closed and the doors aren't open, the computers are down, and the ATM machines don't work? It'd be great to have some cash if you need to go rush to the grocery store or go pick up your kids before, things start to get crazy, and you've got some cash to get around and get the things you need to barter with and or to purchase things to get you through.
Awesome. All right, let's take a look at step number 3.
Yeah, step number 3 is, again, having another month's living expenses in gold and silver coins that you keep at home. Now, some people keep gold and silver in bar form or certificate form, and they may even store that in some other person's vault. But I think it's great to have it in a coin form, and that you store it at home. Again, let's just say that the U.S. dollar loses its value. Gold and silver will probably become something that you'll be able to barter with or use as a currency to be able to buy and sell or trade things as you need to. gold and silver will most likely have much, much more value. So having 1 month living expenses in gold and silver might be 6 to 12 months of actual money when you, if it ever comes to the point where you need that. I hope we never ever need to use it like that. But if, you know, I'd rather have it be safe than sorry. So.
Well, I think it's as we've said, we don't know what emergency might come about. And so it's to not create fear, but we've seen a lot of unusual things in recent years. And so we want to make sure that we have our bases covered with that as well. So step 4.
Yep. And step number 4, this one I'll put an asterisk on and say that we consider this an optional choice, but you could store a month's living expenses in a digital currency. Things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, those kinds of different companies. There's, I don't know, there's hundreds of them out there now. It's hard to even keep track of them all anymore. Bitcoin still seems to be the biggest name one that everybody's still familiar with. Which one will last, I don't know. Obviously, we just had the big debacle with FTX collapsing, which is an exchange, not a coin. But I would say that the digital currency realm is still in the Wild West stage. So we consider this one optional. If you're gung-ho and are okay with the risk, you can consider it. For most people, this is probably not a preferred choice in today's situation. So,
all right, and finally, step 5.
In step 5, we recommend having then the remainder of 6 months of your living expenses that you keep in cash value whole life insurance. Now that's going to sound like a strange one, probably more strange than digital currency, but you know, we use whole life insurance as a place to store cash. It is liquid. It is constantly earning and growing. It never loses value. So I think that's a really great place to have dollars. Now, when you need the dollars, it is liquid, but it will take maybe 3 to 5 business days to get it. So thus we keep money in step number 1 at the bank and or cash at home. So if you need it today or this afternoon, you can get it. This becomes kind of a little bit more bigger ticket item for bigger emergency and or bigger opportunity that might fall in your lap. You've got the dollars, you can take advantage of something.
I would say to folks, check out the other videos in the library to get a little bit more information, and you know, always feel free to give us a call or set up a meeting to learn more about this valuable step.
Yeah, the whole life insurance, although again is probably a little bit more outside the realm of most people's understanding or knowledge, it is by far of the 5 steps, it is by far our favorite tool in the arsenal for savings, because it's the only tool that allows you to use it and yet it's still earning money for you. So it's a great place, we believe, to save money for liquid money purposes. So then just a quick highlight. These are the 5 steps that we have, your liquid money guide. This is a form that will be available on the 10X Prosperity website so that you can go download a copy for yourself and have it as a reference if you want, kind of go from there. So that's pretty much it for today. We just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to see what we think about our recommendations on keeping liquid cash, how much to save and where to save it. Again, there's our website, 10xprosperityllc.com. Feel free to check it out and look at the other videos as well. So thanks for your time and enjoy the day.
Bye-bye.